Hey everyone, this is Eric with Lobocom Services, and I'm coming at you with a video about how to enter, how to have Python insert data into MySQL. Okay, so pretty cool. Kind of a previous post, we looked at how to make a Python data entry form for our CRUD. We're looking at your create, read, update, delete concepts. Again, this is a database I designed in PHP and kind of redesigned it into. It's quite involved. Actually, it doesn't look a whole lot out, but it's pretty cool to see how Python responds, works in this context, in this HTML context, and I probably could use some of these principles in the future. So what we have here in a previous video, we looked at entering values into these two text boxes and then presenting them on the screen, which was cool. But what was better is that we could take these two values, first name and city, and actually enter them into a MySQL table. And this, so we have here a basic table, and let's say our new provider's name Susan, and she lives in Tallahassee, to pick a really hard name, Tallahassee, not like a brain dead name. Susan in Tallahassee, and we're trying to enter it and have it render in the data sheet below. So bang. So here I'm entering Susan from Tallahassee. She shows up in the box in this data sheet below. Great. And so anyway, I can click on any of these and I can see, okay, Mary, select records where it equals, provider equals 8. And kind of one of the future videos, I'm going to take these and we're going to edit and delete them. So rather than having a data sheet full of stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's go and look at the code here. Let's look at the code. Okay. So I'm introducing some new procedures into here, new ways of doing things. First of all, these global variables. Okay, to keep our code easier to maintain, these are global variables to this module, and so we have our username, password, and DB. Okay, those are going to be used quite frequently. So in order for ease of use, we're going to make a module here, put them in our module, and use them as a variable or a constant. Yeah, if you will. So anyway, this is all really familiar, except when we get down to here. Print, enter a new provider. Here we're calling it, we took out all the stuff where we displayed it on the screen. In our other video, we displayed the values of fname and city on the screen. Here we're actually using a new procedure called insert values to enter the values on the screen. So we want to keep our code consolidated down to these different procedures. And so we could have actually put it right here, but of course this procedure can get really lengthy then. Rather than just put it into here and make these our arguments, fname is our argument and city is our argument. And it's just easier because it's one line of code. We're inserting this value into the table. And down here, we're saying, okay, insert values. Well, do we define it? Yes, we defined it. Defined it, insert values, first name and city. These, it's receiving, we're passing here in insert values, we're passing the value of F name and city, and here we're receiving it. God, if you hand a ball to somebody and they receive it, and then they take the variables and they run with them, and then connect MySQL DB. This will take care of a lot of stuff. So we're just using this module right here. Connect localhost, which is locally to my machine. And we're using our global variables, username, password, DB. Again, username, password, DB. Down here in this show table, I changed the name of these to show from show table to show underscore table, just to make it more legible. And since we're using, that way I only have to change username. Since I'm using username and making it a variable, a global variable, I only have to change the, if I do need to change a variable, to need to change the value of the variable to something different, like if I need to change a new password, I get to change it in one space rather than searching around my code for the various places where I put the password, and then I have to go change it in these multiple areas. Two in there right now. There may be more modules than that. There very will be more modules than this, but so this allows me to change it in one spot. DB. Okay, so cursor. We're making everything in our cursor, our record set, and then, excuse me, here's my little note. I prefix my note with a ramp it down, basically. I put this hashtag in between it, in front of it. Hashtag. Python will handle the escape strings for the apostrophes and other invalid SQL characters for you. Yeah, the Python MySQL DB module will handle it for me by using this. So here's my SQL string. Here's my SQL string. Insert into table providers. What fields? This field, the values that I'm passing to it. These two fields. These are variables. The percent s. Okay, what I'm using them. I'm telling the execute method. I'm telling it what the values are. Their first name and city down here when I do cursor.execute. I'm saying, okay, well, here's my SQL string. The second argument is going to be, okay, now give me the values that you're going to use to insert into the table. Well, I'm going to insert the first name of the city, the variables in there. And now notice that also a thing to note is that MySQL DB handles these invalid characters like the apostrophes, and you don't need to do like a PHP. You have to do escape string. If you're escaping like a apostrophe or a comma or some other invalid character like D'Angelo or D'Amico or Saint John, Saint apostrophe, you know, all those names that are like, well, how in the world am I supposed to do that? Well, use the MySQL DB module. It works out really well. And then we're closing that connection here. So just cleaning it up by closing that connection, making it nice. Okay, that's pretty much it for inserting values. Of course, we could add more to this, like their address, but it's really simple. It's really simple because here we have our basic framework done, and we just add fields to the procedure. Let's see if there's anything else. And there's not. You can come out to Python and HTML examples.com and you can see, you can get this here code. and also put it down there in the description box below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And thank you for your attention. Hopefully next time we get together, we can look at update or some other parts of the CRUD. Probably editing and updating, editing, updating, and editing and updating. So anyway, thanks for your attention, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.